What makes the Super Bowl fun is the amount of things you can bet on. So we're gonna talk prop culture. We're gonna go through a lot of different props that we got on the sheet. But first, we want our fans to have fun getting into action, but let's make sure you're doing so responsibly. Have a game, go to haveagameplan.org and bet responsibly. Kiwi, I'm coming to you. The first prop is the coin toss. What do you got, heads or tails? Only two options.
I got heads. I got heads because I knew everybody else was going to pick tails, and if it goes right, I'm going to blow up the group chat. It's 50-50.
There you go. Simple as that.
Hey, if we're all on the same side and we get it, no, it's going to be quiet in there.
You're right. You're right. But tails never fails.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I'm rocking with tails.
Okay, yeah, because it doesn't fail, allegedly. Don't ask.
50% of the time, it works every time.
Don't talk to Josh Allen about that. DT, what do you got, heads or tails?
Listen, what is it, heaven or hell? Fails, tails never fails. I'm gonna go to heaven, but I'm rocking with tails. I believe the numbers are 53%.
I'm going with tails for my guy Josh Allen. He called tails in the AFC Championship. Never saw the ball again. So that's in honor of my guy Josh Allen. I'm gonna take tails. All right, I'm coming to you, Kiwi. What is your Gatorade color? What's your pick?
Well, it was orange, yellow, or other, right? I can't remember the last time I was thirsty enough to go voluntarily reach for a yellow.
Right.
No,
So I went orange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orange is my favorite.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many options when you talk about other. There's red, there's purple, blue, all that stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna rock with other on that one.
Okay, yeah, I took blue. I'm a Cool Rush guy.
Cool Rush?
That's my favorite. When I used to hoop pickup, I was going with blue.
Sure, you gotta go G2 now. If you're going
now that we've grown,
now that you grow. I remember I was on the sideline.
Don't go G2.
You got to. OC pulled me up. He's like, yo, you know how much sugar is in there? Because he used to have the Gatorade Rains, right?
Right.
Yeah. That was like Kool-Aid sitting on the sidelines, and you can't drink that an entire season and expect to not look like this. You know?
DT, what color you got?
Let's go orange.
Go orange. Oh,
You going orange?
Juice.
I'm not
Orange is the best flavor.
I can't believe you said that. We could talk about that off camera. I don't know about orange.
Or when you thirsty and it's hot, that orange just hit different.
Even the water, the liquid that's trapped beneath the label.
Into the backwash. All right, Kiwi, I'm coming to you. Will there be a safety? Yes or no?
I went no. I don't know what the stats or what the odds are on that one, but I just know it's really difficult to get, and especially, in this game, they protect the quarterback. They're going to make it even more difficult.
Yeah.
You know what? I know safeties are a rare occurrence, but if there's ever a time where it's going to happen, you got one of the best D lines in the league going against one of the worst offensive lines. I think Von Miller, Aaron Donald up the middle, they can come through with a safety.
Okay, DT.
I can actually rock with EC on it, but I said no. I think Joe Burrow's going to be smooth enough to get out of the grass, smart enough. So it's just so difficult to actually get one in this game. I don't see it.
It's a different mindset when you're playing D-line when they're coming out of their own end zone, because now you're thinking screen, draw, you think they're going to try to run it, so you have to change your stance. You're not in a pass rush mindset unless you know it's third and long and you're that gambling man, but we'll see.
Yeah, I said no. I think the quarterbacks are too smart, and I think those are the only guys that would end up getting one, unless there's like a snap over someone's head on a punt or something like that. But yeah, I said no. All right, most receiving yards. Cooper Kupp or the field? This is an interesting one. Kiwi, I'm coming to you.
Yeah, I went with the field on this one, not because I don't have faith in Cooper Kupp, but it's just because, Belichick's not the only one who takes away everybody's first option, and so I feel like this is going to be a big opportunity for OBJ to show up. There's some great receivers on the other side of the ball. There's so many different things that could happen. I went with the field.
You know what? I went with Cooper Kupp on this because everybody in the NFL has been trying to stop Cooper Kupp, and nobody's been successful. And Matthew Stafford, when he finds a receiver he's comfortable with, I had it in Detroit with him, with Calvin Johnson. Everybody was doubling Calvin. Calvin was your size, running faster than us, jumping higher than everybody, and he still gave him the ball. Cooper Kupp's going to have plenty of opportunities. I think he's a leading receiver.
DT.
Yeah, I'm actually on the Cooper Kupp train as well. The reason why is it's not that they're not trying to. They can't stop this guy. He's dangerous against man. He knows how to throttle in zone. He's extremely intelligent, and he's aware of how to beat double teams. He's gonna get the targets. So when I think about even having the Odell Beckham, I just don't think they're gonna get enough of those targets and have the awareness of a Cooper Kupp. He's been doing it all year.
I went back and forth on this. I am going to take the field. I think there's so many weapons out there that I could easily see a guy like T. Higgins, Boyd, and somebody else going crazy, and Coop still doing his thing.
Right.
Or Cup, excuse me. So I just had to take the field. Just if I'll take the other 6 guys that have a possibility other than Cup, and I might be regretting it, but that's what I'm going to go with.
All right.